Uchiha back with another episode of part 2. What if Naruto had a tailed beast slayer blade? Last time we finished the matchup between the Ino Shikacho and Team 7, and we also started the next part of the tuning exams. And we finished the first fight. Now, for part 2, for the second fight of the final parts of the exams are Naruto Uzumaki versus Neji Hyuga versus Tamari. So, the fight begins as Tamarine shot the blast of wind against Neji, making sure Neji doesn't get that close to her because she knows the fighting style of the Hyuga clan. So Neji, knowing that he'll need to try to get close to Tamari, begins to fight against Naruto, who's able to fight Neji to a decent degree till he summons his blade and starts shooting wind as the wind's blowing Neji to Tamari, which is what Neji wanted, as Tamari was about to fire a powerful wind blast. Neji used rotation to block the attacks as the wind started going around, as Neji made the wind rotate back at Tamari, which blows her back as Neji got the time to jump back at Tamari and starts to cancel her chakra points. First he says 2 palms, 4 palms, 8 palms, 16 palms, 32 palms, 64 palms, 128 palms, rotation. As Tamari gets all her chakra points sealed, so she can no longer use chakra, as then she's also barely able to stand as Neji charges back at Naruto, who fires the fire blast at Neji, who uses rotation to rotate it back at Naruto. Naruto about to get hit by the blast of fire when he counters it with a blast of fire, which weakens the blast of fire but also makes it stronger, as the blast of fire is gotten momentum by Neji's rotation and is basically circled with a bit of wind chakra, as the fireball clashes with the fire blast, as it creates a explosion that knocks Naruto back. Then Naruto says, "A pretty good, Neji, Firestorm Blade." As Naruto activated his Firestorm Blade and begins in combat with Neji, Neji's trying to make Naruto unhanded with his blade, so then Naruto will be, weaker than before, as his chakra points would be sealed, so he wouldn't be able to use the blade that much till Naruto upgrades his blade to Stormbreaker mode, as the blade makes a huge wind blast that knocks Neji back before Neji can use rotation. But then Neji says, "A failure will always be a failure, even if you were able to get the tailed beast Hokage blade." Or whatever Neji says. As Naruto says, "Hey, Neji, I'll make you pay. I'll do this for Rock Lee. Since you and Rock Lee can't fight each other since you're on the same team, then I'll fight you and beat you for Rock Lee, and I'll win this exam." as Naruto upgrades his blade to the Nature Chakra blade or Sage Chakra blade. Then the Hokage and the elders of the village, including Danzo, see it in amazement and say, or in their minds think, incredible, that blade was only last seen with the fourth and first Hokage. No one else has ever achieved that blade. Incredible. As Naruto then slashes the air, which creates a whirlwind of grass or leaves, which surrounds Neji and is able to start to surround him and seal him up, which Neji can't seal the chakra points on the leaves, so Neji gets surrounded and trapped in like the sand burial Gaara has, but with leaves, as Naruto then uses or stops the Sage Chakra, then says, Fire Style, Fire Blast, Jutsu, as Neji's being burned now, but then Tamari comes, or after Naruto burns Neji and Neji's out cold, Tamari gets behind Naruto and is about to slash Naruto in the back with her fan before Naruto realizes it, but Naruto quickly senses it since his blade is still, or he's still about to use Nature Chakra again to make sure Neji's out cold, so Neji won't be able to surprise attack him, and he's barely able to dodge Tamari, then send a wind blast as Tamari regains her chakra, or her chakra points aren't disabled anymore, as Tamari fires the most powerful blast of wind she has as the blasts collide, and Tamari loses since Naruto's in his wind mode now. As the second fight goes to Naruto Uzumaki of Konoha and Team 7. Next it's Sasuke versus Rock Lee versus Gaara. So, Neji and Sasuke both agree that they both have to take care of Gaara first, as he seems to be the most powerful one and, according to Naruto, is the most dangerous one out of them. So, Sasuke activates his third Tomoe right away in both eyes, as then Rock Lee takes off his weights, and then the three Tomoe, Sasuke and Rock Lee, who just activated the first gate, charge at Gaara. As the fight begins, Gaara begins to lose his sanity slowly till Rock Lee and Sasuke nod to each other and they both unleash their most powerful attacks. Sasuke says, Inferno Style Chidori! And Lee slowly works up to the fifth gate and does the Hidden Lotus on Gaara, which then Rock Lee is very hurt, but then right before Gaara recovers and Gaara is bleeding a little, Sasuke uses his Inferno Style Chidori and pierces through the large amount of sand and is able to make Gaara bleed and burn a bit. As then Gaara says, the blood. As the same thing in the original happens, but in this timeline, Sasuke does activate the curse mark. I'm pretty sure I didn't give Sasuke the curse mark, so let's just say Sasuke doesn't have the curse mark because of Naruto being able to distract the Orochimaru. So then Naruto or Sasuke Sasuke puts a bunch of chakra or even more chakra into his eyes and then chases after Gaara, also making a little lightning cloak around him. Not like the Raikages, but like a small thin layer of lightning. Also, Rock Lee begins to recover, but still chases in against Gaara after he recovers a little. Or Rock Lee just fails to Genjutsu, and basically everyone starts to get released, but Naruto falls under the Genjutsu right away. But since Sakura is right next to Naruto in this timeline, Naruto recovers from the Genjutsu and starts to chase off against Sasuke. Of course, after making sure Rock Lee's okay, and also reveals another fact of his chakra blade, the Sage Blade is also able to recover opponents or allies. So Rock Lee then gets recovered as Naruto tries to go help the third Hokage, thinking that now that Rock Lee's fine, Rock Lee's gonna be able to help Sasuke. But then Naruto sees Orochimaru fighting the third Hokage, as then Naruto puts as much Sage Chakra as he can in the blade and is able to make a large dent into the barrier, as he then stops Orochimaru from summoning the first Hokage as he aids the third Hokage till Orochimaru's a bunch or like very weakened. As then the third Hokage says, Naruto, I think Gaara, if Sasuke and Rock Lee didn't stop Gaara yet, I think Gaara might have transformed to the Shidaku state. You have to go help them. As Naruto understood, as meanwhile the fight with the third Hokage and Naruto versus Orochimaru and the previous two the first and second Hokage, Sasuke begins to fight Gaara to a very much losing match, as then Rock Lee shows up in the second gate of healing as they both go all out to try to take care of Gaara, who's just knocks them to the ground till Sakura arrives and is nearly killed by Gaara, but is able to put Gaara into a Genjutsu for a slight moment, which allows her to escape. But then Rock Lee puts everything he has into his next attack, using the fifth gate and all the amount of power he could into his one fist. As then Sasuke puts a full power Chidori against Gaara, which only damages Gaara, who then knocks Sasuke and Rock Lee back, who are now barely conscious, as then Gaara's about to destroy or kill Sakura, who's also knocked back and fully unconscious, with Sasuke and Rock Lee both being a bit conscious. They all think it's the end till a fiery blaze comes up as a firestorm arrives, as Naruto says, "You're dealing with me, Gaara." As then Gaara fights Naruto to a losing battle, then releases Shidaku. As Shidaku and Naruto begin to fight, Naruto thinking, damn, even with me putting wind and fire into this blade, I can't beat him yet. As Naruto tries and tries, the ground being more molten as Sasuke and Rock Lee get up and begin to escape. And Sasuke thinks, good luck, dope. You have to take him down. Me, Rock Lee, and Sakura are all down. We can't fight him as Sasuke thinks. Which then Naruto says, damn it, even though I nearly sliced off his tail and did so much burns on him, I can't seem to damage him that much. Damn it! As Naruto begins to continue to fight, as Naruto uses the Nine Tails power in conjunction, being able to use like the One Tails cloak but with no tails on it. As Naruto's not able to fight enough back, as he's able to slash, Garba then says, damn it, I'll have to use it. As Naruto says, I'll use every last bit of chakra if I have to. Firestorm style, eruption mode. As the earth starts below Naruto within 100 meters radius begins to shake as fire starts spewing out, as a large bunch of fire and molten rocks bursts from the ground, as the whole area's destroyed and burnt, as Naruto's barely able to stand, not even having his blade anymore, as Gaara's knocked out, burned, but can still stand, as he's not fully knocked out, as Naruto's nearly knocked out too, as they engage in a barely able to move fist fight as Naruto does the Talk no Jutsu. Meanwhile, against the third Hokage, Orochimaru is losing as the third Hokage is able to seal up the first Hokage, as he then says, damn it, if only I had the blade. Wonders Naruto's finished cut. The blade was most needed in case the Shodaku got released. As then Naruto arrives just before the third Hokage uses the reproduction, as Naruto says, Gramps, here, you can use the blade for this one. I think I'm all out of chakra. Luckily, the Nine Tails is lending me strength. That's the only reason I arrived here in time. As then the third Hokage uses the blade and says, element mode. As a bunch of elements or a bunch of power and chakra surrounds the third Hokage, as the blade surrounded with a firestorm, and around the third Hokage is a bunch of rocks floating. As with the blade, the third Hokage controls a bunch of elements, as there's also when the second Hokage uses water, the third Hokage is also able to summon some water as a water blast come out, as the third Hokage has mastered all chakra natures. As the third Hokage is able to take care of Orochimaru while the attack fails. Orochimaru though is barely able to escape, as the Sound Fool is able to take Orochimaru away as Kabuto arrives, as the Sound Fool is trying to hold off the third Hokage, along with Kidomaru being there to help out. As then, Kabuto gets Orochimaru and retreats. So far, this battle was a success. Also, this'll be where we're ending it off. So luckily, no one that important died in this part. But I'm guessing now you know why there eruption on today's part. the like goal will be 4 likes, and if you want another part tomorrow, this one will be harder, but you'll need to hit 5 likes within 24 hours. Yes, within 24 hours. I'm still doing that stuff. Basically, my plan is to make it so that if you hit the like goals within 24 hours, I'm just gonna decrease the time, then eventually add another like and reset the time to 24 hours. But without anything else to say, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace